Big ladies and gentlemen, Makhadzi HvrdKO. Bafethu. Ndoni vuyela na video ine yeah, don't Kaza, and we're back on YouTube. That's a good thing. I've been wanting to come back to YouTube and do some of my takes this side and also share it with TikTok and just try to sort of cross create, if I can say, because YouTube is where we actually started. So already ni follower yang ini avoka TikTok. You shout out to you guys. Yes, they were the expressas zangandiani dara note no homo kamaniga. But thank you very much for pulling up to the YouTube channel if you are here. And if you're seeing it on TikTok, you shout out to you. I hope you do follow me. But in the Kombero before chitome video, ningitele one favor, please. Hit the subscribe button. As you can see, we're on 200 and something followers, so we need to push this to 1k as soon as possible so we start monetizing this channel. So ndikotonumbera ngazvanda zvibiri ndiri nda kombero ni subscribe natsekapo tsini subscribe unemwe button inonga kudhologo nyana putedze na dhologo the notification button, so every time and then should drop a new video, you will be definitely updated and up to speed. So thank you very much. Let's get to the video. So ladies and gentlemen, namsindiko doni tomelanga tekine idobe kwamba nga Shandesh, Shandi Mama. As you know that I've done a lot of takes ngaye ndikusumbe sorry. Shandesh is somebody that I admire a lot. I think for a young artist, she's one of those know I've grown to respect her. I've rejected her at first because I actually rejected Lekompo at first and trying to be like, genre, it's not taking anybody nowhere because of the thuggery that it comes with. But as the kids came into the genre, bachomo nabo Makhadzi bachomo evolve, bachopanga zilog drums, I started gravitating towards it because it also became very soulful. And one of the reasons why I believe it became very soulful is because of this lady on the other side, which is Shandesh. So Shandesh, she's quite young. I'm not sure how old she is, but I think she's she's one of the 2000s. She's like 20 or something. So she's fairly very young, and Nakiria Yao, it's very very new. So it's something that just popped up in Kongwana or Nimtwane Askariaka game. So I wanted to do a take on in regards to a recent show that she hosted that some of you probably know ya or Anangoya active if you are if you went. Do tell me down below how was the show. But I wanna do a full, not a full review like of the show because I was not necessarily there, but I just want to give you guys an update on how far Zituzonoya and where we are right now, in terms of or how it went. Because I did say that on TikTok on the do it a take. This is the take when then come in the full duration of the show. So let's get it. So, ladies and gentlemen, Shandesha hosted a one-woman show on the 4th of October. It featured a lot of people. Focalistic was there, Shavishit was there. A lot of artists were there. I'll pop up the poster and you'll see that there was a lot of artists that were booked, especially a lot of Lekompo making artists. There were some mixtures of the piano guys. But the issue with her show was mostly on the situation here I could involve the other artists on Limpopo, like the vendor artists, especially Makhadzi not being there. It really sparked a lot of conversations amongst the community, even the compo itself. So, as a content creator, I had my own opinions. I remember saying that it's a huge downfall, and I still believe that it was a huge letdown from Shandesh, and I think they could have done a bit better, especially the booking team, the people that were booking the artists or the promoters. I feel like they could have done a little bit better in also incorporating and diversifying the lineup, or at least reaccommodate as many people as we can. As we know that some people from Limpopo, we've always been sort of gate kept or closed out when it came to the other side of the music that thrives, with Joburg, especially Joburg, So it's a thing that made me believe that as the artists or fellow content creators, even, we should unite and try to build something together and not separate, because there's power in numbers, so that was my take, my initial take. Like, why didn't you just diversify? And honestly, whether they were there or not, we didn't say that the tickets won't sell just because Makhadzi is not there. I mean, she sold it out, so already Osela out to show. I don't think we can complain. It worked. Whatever magic she was working, it worked, and that she should be very much commanded. But there is a huge concern in regards to the show itself. A lot of people were complaining. I'll pop up a video for you guys to see so that you can just hear some of the complaints. So Shandesh, you want 20,000
Shandesh went to change for 1 hour. This is the outfit she came back with. Outfit on 1 hour.
If I saw the gate, if I saw the gate, wela ha samma, o to thokofalela mahala, o to hobalela mahala, ratara pushiwa, ratara hatiwa, ino wela mrago, batho ba go bet a ona le ka security. Di phone di tjerwe, batho ba lwele, batho ba lutsi yo. If I saw tseni, yo wela morao.
You can hear some of the people complaining about the crowd control, the safety, a lot of things. So for me personally, I think it was also something that I didn't want to just jump on it and just be like, here's my opinion, without actually knowing the actual story behind the situation. Was the organizing team maybe not prepared for the number of people? And it seemed like it, because but women like, I heard the show started like at 12, but people only arrived late. So what about Daresa? And outside there, it looked very messy. It looked very criminalish, And I mean, we know how Lekompo is as a genre. It attracts a lot of these bad energies, and atikutwambori Lekompo yonine ina matada or ito adisa this bad energy, but nikozamori the fan base of some of the people ngongwana, it's kasi music, this is street music, Lekompo ngongwana, so yeah, attractanyana mapara ngongwana. So some people were feeling unsafe there, and the sound, a lot of people complained about the sound. The sound was very bad, like it was just hired from some chichi tukana chapasi amgwaba ngongwana. So a lot of complaints were raised in regards to the show, but overall there are those that say that they actually enjoyed themselves there, and I think that's the beauty. You can't please everybody, but also it's also good to hear already there was some good that came out from it, like her performance. I watched the performance or clips of her performance. It was great, and for somebody that there was so much going on in a show, I think she carried herself very well. Like I would lose my mind, like I know there was pressure from the show itself being sold out. I mean, she sold out a day before she posted it sold out, so there was a lot of pressure as well, and she had to rehearse. I'm sure she had to, but I'm 100% certain that she didn't do those things all by herself, especially the organizing of the event. So but vanje vachikobea pressure ka ngwana wa yani or karirisha ndimama, I feel like it's a little bit unfair. I'm sure bangwe babe, when you saw my video or my take, you probably thought, oh, HvrdKO, vodo gwagwamisa ngori vava kuita dziteki va kuamba uri Shandimama all that and all that, but honestly guys, I'm not that kind of a content creator that just bashes, I feel like the show was a success in terms of the out, like people came out, like people bought tickets, and I feel like it's a very huge milestone to celebrate, especially as Limpopo artists. She's one of the few vanevanga kono uzviita last two or vokonaho uzviita, because we only seen it with superstars like King Monada, Master KG, Benny Mayangeni, and Makhadzi, you get me? And when it comes to the females, it's only a few of them. It's only Makhadzi so far that I've actually seen fill up stadiums and all these different kind of venues. But seeing Shandimama at the young age, I mean, Makhadzi did that when she was a bit older than what Shandimama is. She was also young when she did it, but I think she was a bit older than 25. Shandi, I don't even think. If she's 25, she's fresh 25. You get me? So it's a huge props from me, Uri Shandesh, Okona Usela out to like Cricket Club. I don't know how many people it can take, but I do think it's a very huge milestone personally for me as HvrdKO ngongona. But ne take yanganda kunyagwisana kori. I feel like as fans or patrons that went there, you're being a little bit unfair towards her. I think you put a lot of blame on her, obviously, because she's the face of it, and I don't necessarily think she was, in the day-to-day planning of this show. I feel like as big as she is, she definitely has a team, and that team really let her down. Bafethu ndikontrolibudza nebongone urola mwana oletwa down by the organizing team, because believe it or not, I've also been part of like some the too many nditendele nditome intuni, because kongwana so just wanna don't trust yeah, ndikale ngiyazibona uri ndikale but kwezi tuvasikozviita waisikubuya it should be a baba, man. Like that's the one thing that people don't talk about a lot. Like it should be it's a lot of investment, like it's a lot of time and a lot of organizing that goes behind it. That's why and then I did data. But yeah, let's get it. So ndakwamba zona her organizing team, believe it or not, I've been part of an events committee back in my varsity days. I actually planned a lot of gigs. There are a lot of shows that we planned Ararela University Nigeria about 2018. I was part of the events committee because I was in the SRC, so I was a deputy secretary general of the SRC. So as a DSG, I was mostly responsible for the operations, the SRC. So we're making sure that everything is a success or everything is run well, according to sort of the planning of the SRC, what they had envisioned. So it was also part of my duties to make sure that it comes together. So making sure the gig goes well, the resources that the events committee needs, or in terms of everything, everything from security, barricading, sound, booking the artist, VIP section. We handled it internally as the SRC, obviously with the help of the events committee that I was also part of. So I know there's a lot that goes behind planning a show. So it's not something very easy or need a show, especially to that magnitude, and control such a huge crowd. It's not very easy. You need very experienced people behind it, experienced security personnel that's gonna handle the people, and a team that can barricade the whole venue properly to make sure or get in illegally, or some people, make sure you don't have those blind spots or people get robbed or stabbed. So you must make sure that you have full control of the entire venue. So it's something that it lacked Kawan Women Show Yamwana Wayani Shandesh, and a lot of people are bashing her a lot for that. The sound apparently switched off at some point. I'll play a clip for you. People complaining like the show just on a standstill for a very long time, and I'm sure she was panicking at the back. Like what's going wrong, guys? And I mean, she's supposed to entertain at the same time, and she knows the whole world, or not the whole world, but the whole country was watching. And Unabatube, obviously, they were wishing bad on her, or it shouldn't go as well as she may have planned it, or they were planning for this downfall to happen, or something bad to happen, or something to go wrong. So that's the part that I was saying initially. But honestly, I don't like the fact that people are pointing all the fingers on her. I do understand why, because she's the face of it, but I think the blame must go to the team for everything, but I think Shandi Mama did a great job advertising the show or promoting the show. I mean, it was packed, it was sold out, so with or without the superstars, some of them, like Makhadzi. So the way King Munada, I think he was there, I think Sharishit was there. So those are crowd pullers by themselves. So it's not really that shocking as well. Because Lekompo, I think I saw a video, somebody saying that this Lekompo, not Lekompo, but a lot of promoters in South Africa need to embrace a lot of Lekompo into their lineups, and it's true. I mean, Scorpion Kings, only Makhadzi was booked. I think Babete. Yeah, and Babete, there's those accusations where it's because he signed that fucking dumb deal with Sony. I don't know why he signed. I'm gonna do a take on him because I really think that thing of his signing to Sony was just for somebody who has publicly on out there to complaining about how Karishma did him dirty, didn't tell him certain things about the game. I don't think he understands the game that much. Now he's going to a label that big. I think it's gonna be a mess, my G. But that are taking us and then Rabona, because we're coming with more takes on YouTube. But I'll obviously clip some of the sections for the TikTok people. But yeah, I'm do a take on that. So I think the blame should go on the team, like they fucked up. Whoever was planning the entire, especially in the event, on the show itself, like the day of the show, I think they didn't have it under control, but people had fun. I saw them. I think they went till morning. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed on the team, but I think she did very well as an artist. She pushed herself very well, and I also heard a lot of people saying that there's this issue amongst Lekompo that they this young kids, I don't know if it includes Shandesh, maybe she's also included, I would believe, but they don't embrace a lot of the senior Lekompo artists, the Makhadzi, Master KG, Kobo DJ Call Me. I never loved to be by Lekompo on its inception, like when it began. I mean, Master KG, like, included the log drum into Lekompo. You get me? He's one of the pioneers that came with that kind of touch to the sound. So a lot of the kids, they don't like giving homage to them, and I've noticed it a lot. They always just feel like they just created something, and they did not. I mean, they no, you took what was there and you just made it better. It doesn't mean you created it, and you need to give credit where it's due, because a lot of these artists like Makhadzi, they put a lot of effort in what they do. So it's very disappointing for me when I hear you guys not giving credit or homage to them for pioneering this sound that is making you guys millionaires, that's making you guys sustainable, that's making you guys superstars, global superstars. I mean, Shabeshit is a global fucking superstar. He was performing at Homecoming, you get me? And people were very excited, and that's why I think a lot of event organizers in South Africa need to embrace a lot of Makompo in their genre or in their lineups, because at least include one or few artists in it, just to make sure you accommodate. You're not just accommodating people from Limpopo, you're accommodating people that love Lekompo, and it's a lot of them. So Araribe, when Isangaba embrace, who's gonna embrace them? These are our people. So also, with just going back to Shandesh's event, I think Shandesh, go back, reflect, tell yourself, Uri, it was just one, that one bad one, that one bad event, that didn't go 100%. I don't know, Uri, according to you, what success means of an event, but maybe we are just, starting things that you don't even believe, But I would like to say, Shandesh, Mama, tsama ye haye, ube sharp, ubale di cash, and just reflect, and just tell yourself, Uri, next time you're gonna go bigger, and you're gonna have a better team that's gonna plan this event. I don't think that was a L. I think that was a huge W for Lekompo. You filling up, being as big as as you are, you prove to the country that it's not just Shebe Shit who's big, it's not just Makhadzi who's big. You guys are coming up, and I think please just also make sure you listen to the people giving you all this kind of advices. Some of us may not be superstars like that, but we do understand what the people want. We do talk to those people. Include. Don't exclude. Vendor, go to vendor. Incorporate them. Find a way to incorporate them. Even if it's on your activation gigs, incorporate a lot of them. We take your own artists, we bring them our side, we give them platforms, we give them Royal Garden, perform. Our people need to know you. Do the same for us. I'm not saying where you owe us that, but at least let's unite in this. Let's be one thing and go face this world together, because we are all in this together trying to win. And I don't think there's anybody out there who wants Shandesh to fail. Personally, I don't. So I don't think you who are watching, you want her to fail. So as a queen, ra unite. And also talk to the seniors. Talk to Makhadzi. Makhadzi has a very dope team. She's been hosting Kombra Makhadzi hosta Harabari way back, and she's been at it. So talk to her team. They will help you with the organization, just making sure the ticketing, the crowd control. I think that's very important, especially for how rowdy fans are. You need to have proper crowd control. But yeah, Bafetu, I'll probably hear from you guys on the comment section or the engager further below. But yeah, I think that's just my take, on the whole entire event. I think it was great. I don't think it was a huge L, but I do think there are a lot of rooms for improvement, and also with the lining up and also just uniting the game itself, and the Lekompo genre just expanding itself beyond being a tribal sound for the tribes, make it a national sound, that's all I would say. And the way Ningambus are done below what you guys think. And yeah, I hope you notice it. Please subscribe. Please make sure you like the video, and make sure you share it with your friends, who are also fans of HvrdKO, maybe that may not be aware that we are also on YouTube. We are back on YouTube, and we'll be diving down on YouTube a lot. So do me that one favor. And for those who it's your first time, thank you very much and welcome to my world. Hey, I'm a crazy motherfucker. But a producer, Katani.